I've got a story that involves Megan Quinn, a pimp, hot dogs. I'm not kidding. Like 2017, Megan Quinn and I went to New York really quick because she was doing a cover shoot and she didn't want to go by herself. So we go to a Broadway play, have tea, and then afterwards we're like, we're starving. Let's get a hot dog. They've got these hot dog stands, Gray's Papaya. We're like, it's Wednesday. Why are the streets completely empty in this part of town? But that's fine. Let's go get a hot dog anyways. Long story short, a pimp walks in wearing, I'm assuming that's what he was, purple fur coat. There are 3 other gentlemen in there yapping away. We get our hot dogs. I get mine. It's got a little bit too much ketchup. Pimp brushes my arm. My ketchup gets on his fur coat. He looks at me. He looks at the coat. He's like, bitch, you're gonna... Meanwhile, the 3 guys start beating the shit out of each other. The pimp jumps on top, starts beating the shit out of the 3 guys. Megan starts to tremble as, like, literally tables go flying. They're breaking. It's like milk is, like, dripping down the windows. I start eating the hot dog because I don't want it to get cold. I've assessed the situation. There's no immediate danger. She's like behind me. Literally. And I'm like finishing. Anyways, the fight spills out onto the road. The sign gets knocked down. Everybody's gone. And then there's other dudes like, man, they owe me a hot dog. The pimp looks, we lock eyes one more time before he sprints down the street. And then we hopped in a cab and tried to get back to our hotel.
Perfect.
Why haven't they called me yet? I would have made the story so much better.
I'm done. We don't even need to do this. That's all I needed today.
So this week, we have a very special guest. Fun fact, apparently growing up, I was neighbors to a celebrity in the book world. Sara Ney, who has written, I think, almost 50 books. And she's been doing this for 12 years, and she is absolutely a boss. We are so excited for you to listen to this episode. It's going to be amazing.
I know. Megan's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, Megan, there were no weapons. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was just fists.
There were no weapons. That was the assessment.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just fisticuffs.
Oh, God.
Anyways, hi, welcome.
No, welcome to you. You just...
Welcome to you. I haven't seen you in ages. Did you know we used to be neighbors, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, she did. But I want the actual origin story here because she was like, oh, I should get my friend Sarah. She writes books. And I was like, Sarah? She's awesome. What are you talking about?
Not only did freaking Jenna, like, designed a logo for my ex-husband's business. Like, are you designing anymore? Do you dabble?
So I really only design for, like, the pod.
I mean, yeah, but you're so creative. You should, like, you know.
I like just to design for fun versus, like, the pressure of having to get it right.
That's, like, how I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So, and
Sarah...
Kate, where are you?
I live in Mass, and Jenna and I met through women's fiction writers. And so that's how we started this. But yeah, she's our secret weapon. Like, her design is like,
Yeah.
I don't know what we would do.
I know. But our origin story is that, like, I started writing when my daughter was 2, maybe. She's 16 now. Jenna lived next door. Were you in college?
No, I was in college when she was born.
Yeah. Yeah, you were in college.
I graduated.
We lived next door to her parents.
Yep.
I never came outside, ever. And so I'm pretty sure her parents were like, what's up with the neighbor girl? She's like, and no, I was writing. Warren.
Yes. Warren.
And so
even though Warren doesn't listen, it's
Warren. So yeah, we I live next door to her parents. We go to the same church, and yeah, I just was constantly toiling away. I don't know, like after my first novel, I like haven't stopped writing. So that
No, you
first
have
one was
not.
always, when
I believe
it's like, you always like, I want to write a book. It's like what every little girl who loves to read. One day I want to write a novel. One day anyways, after that first one, I've been doing it since. So I literally never come outside, and this is a spray tan. I am pale. Yeah, these are all my
there's
Just
so
a
many.
few.
all my books.
So many.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
45, 50 with the co-authored books.
Wow.
Gosh,
I know.
that's
Yeah.
incredible. I
Yeah.
just finished Fake Lumberjack.
Right
there.
And here's the next one. I
Sure
got.
did.
I already
Oh my
have,
God, I saw
like,
your cover reveal. So excited.
My gosh.
I know.
Yes.
This one comes out in June.
Yep.
Can we get it? Can we
Yeah.
can we get it?
Can we
Yeah,
get
I
it?
got a box of Fake Lumberjack here. I've got a box of these. They're sending me the third one.
Already?
I know.
When did you write
I-
those?
Yeah, like last year. That's why it seems so rapid fire. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like when authors are like June, July, August. Well, I know that like this one here that came out in March was done like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the next book comes out next fall. So,
Wow.
anyways,
That's crazy.
I have gotten this podcast completely off the rail.
No, this is the
No,
podcast.
this is what
How
we
do you? This is.
No, this is it. Like, we literally
Does
just
anyone
drink and-
have any questions about dating?
I have so many questions.
I love giving dating advice. Sex, dating.
I feel like my dream is to write. When I was reading Fake Lumberjack, I was like, I want to write this, but like me and my husband's story, because I married the man from my favorite band. And I was like, Sarah would
How did that happen?
tell
Hold on, let me
this
clean up.
story. And that's like always been my dream, to like write that as.
So tell me how you met.
Yeah. No, I played the long game. I met him in college, but we didn't like hang out in college. He just like, we went to the same college that I did.
But
And then
you
he,
saw
like-
him and you're like, I want that.
Yeah. The first time I saw him, I was like, absolutely. And then he went and became cool and popular and toured the country for 10 years. And I just kind of like stayed Facebook friends like with him because like I knew him before, I was like, cool. Or, like I
Sure.
was like, played the long game. And then he responded to one of my messages one time. And I was like, hey, like,
What
do you want
was
to grab
the
coffee to like
message?
say hey?
Oh.
This is how manipulative I was. His dad owns a theater company. And at the time I was starting a theater company. His dad owns a children's theater, like educational facility. And at that
Oh.
time I was starting a children's theater company in DC on my own. And I was like, hey, like I really
What a
wanna...
coincidence.
Isn't it just such a coincidence? I was like, hey, like, do you
What a
remember me from
coincidence.
college? I had been to friggin' like 15 of his concerts already, like just like obsessed. But yeah. And I was like, I would love to like get a tour of your family's like theater and all this stuff and like connect with your dad and ask him some questions. I just remember back in college, your family
Sure.
did that. And he was like,
Did
absolutely,
he
come
see
by.
through your like thinly veiled offer to tour his facilities?
I don't think, but that first
I don't think he
meeting,
got it.
I locked it in though. You know what? That was and then we met up for coffee and I totally locked it in. And here we are now.
Aw.
But I was huge fan of his band. And I was like, this is going to make,
Bet
I
you
need to
were,
write
bet
this
you were.
romance novel. It'll be fictionalized, but, and I was like, Sarah,
Yeah.
reading Fake Lumberjack, I was like, Sarah would kill this story. We need to.
Have you read the Kylie Scott's series about each of the band members? There's like the drummer, the guitar player, Lick is like the guitar player story, and then there's Lead Singer. Yeah, check it out. Really good. I think they made like a passion flick series out of it, but they're some of my favorite books. I reread the one about the guitar player all the time. I don't keep a lot of paperbacks anymore, but
Just
I
your
have
own.
all those. Well, do these even count? Like, I don't, you know.
That is, I was still amazed at how many. That's insane.
Yes.
We want to know.
Yeah.
We want to know about BookCon.
Oh my God, tell me about BookCon.
Oh, well, first of all, when I pulled up in the taxi, well, let me digress. Okay, so I had seen on Threads that the last chapter had table space, and they're like, hey, if you're an author, blah, blah, blah. And I love Amanda at the last chapter. And I thought, there's no way by the time I've seen this post, they're going to have a spot for me to sign, because they were doing like 3-hour time slots or whatever. And there's only so many hours in a day, and it's only open till 5. So anyways, she was like, oh, we'd love to have you, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, great. Is it okay if I bring books to give away instead of having you sell them? So I brought 100 copies of this book. It's a hockey romance. And I checked them in my luggage, and I had 2 bags that were like 70 pounds. Thanks, Delta. And schlepped them to the Javits Center, which is massive. And the line was like 4 city blocks and around the corner by the time I got there at 11 o'clock. And now it had already opened. And I don't know if you saw the pictures, but it was crazy. And then it was so overwhelming that I did not leave the table. I thought about it. I'm like, okay, Christmas gifts. You know, there were so many cool vendors. There was so much cool stuff. And my stepdaughter loves to read. And I thought, oh, I'll get her some Christmas stuff. But I didn't have the energy. It was wild because I ran out of books within 45 minutes.
Holy
So, I mean, people were in line to get them signed. And then they had a handful of Love on Ice that we blew through in that amount of time. And so within an hour, I was like, okay, I guess I'm leaving. So I was only there for like an hour signing. It was wild.
Oh my God. There was that.
If I'd have known, I would have had like 500 paperbacks. I would have brought, do you know what I mean? Like woefully unprepared. But I can see, I've been to a few signings like where fists are being thrown and people are fighting, and Book Bonanza was wild. I didn't go to the last one because I was exhausted, but the one before that, 2022, I think was the last Book Bonanza I went to. There's no way to prepare. I can't imagine if I was a staff at BookCon.
No.
And like the sheer, like the terror that would wash through me seeing a crowd. It was like, I don't even, like people rushing a field at like after a Packer game. Like that's how it would feel. I'd shit myself. Yeah.
No, thank you.
I was in and out because there was really no reason for me to. I'm like, I can't. Like I'm just here for the snacks and the free
Always.
pens and the chapstick.
Yes, give me some free bookmarks too.
I know. Give me the chapstick. I have a whole drawer of chapstick from years. All of my book signing days, I'm like, chapstick.
Is that the tip? Do you
I haven't had a
bring lot of
chap lip in years. Well, you know, authors have like I don't know if they do that anymore, but like with their names on it, I'm just like,
Okay, so I need to
shit,
ask
I'm like,
though, like, what is your insane travel schedule like? Because I feel like not only do you travel for like book stuff, but you travel for leisure a lot. So are you home ever?
I try to listen, I brought my kids.
Yes.
Okay. Merritt is 16 and my stepson is going to be 16. And so I thought, oh, they're going to love New York City. Use my companion pass, use some Capital One's miles. Everyone was thrilled. They got to have, they were hopping off the buses while I was peddling my wares. When my daughter was younger, it was kind of in the height of like the douchebag series, like all that was going crazy. I think people were doing way more. So I would do like 10 signings a year. And now the kids are in sports. I really do way, way less. So this was fun because they're old enough now to appreciate it. Although Merritt's been to quite a few signings. Like we put her to work. She's earning her keep. You know what I'm saying? She's like walking around with swag, walking around with bookmarks, putting, but if it's somewhere I think the kids are going to have fun and I can take, my family now, or somebody wants to see Washington, D.C., like Gage really loves history. I'm like, yeah, I'll do Virginia. Yes, I'll do Boston. Like they're into it. And then they can go have a little bit of fun while and then we write some of it off on our taxes. Everyone's happy. So that's sort of how I decide what I'm doing now. So that's how I live my life now. The kids, you know how it is. Yeah. Well, when they're younger, like they're your little tiny buddy. And then as they get older, all like the evolutions and now I'm like the fixer. No, the fixer. And I think the one thing that really keeps us close is like bedtime. Like we tuck everyone gets tucked in. They love a tuck. So like when they're teenagers, that's like my daughter went through her phase where she's like didn't want to tell me anything. Middle school was like and so I think we sort of got back to bonding and being close when I started going in for bedtime every night, just to, let me tuck you in. We do the whole like burrito. And now they're like, are you coming in for tuck? I'm like, you're 5'9". But I'm telling you, even Gage is like texting Jeff. He'll be like, are you coming down to tuck me in? The girls, when they're home, they're 20. He's got a set of twins that are 20. One's in college. One just passed her boards for cosmetology. They're like, are you tucking us in? I'm telling ya, it's my secret weapon. Bedtime. And even if you're not like sharing secrets, like boop, 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 boop. I'm like, what are you going to do when you go to college? Oh, yeah. My parenting secret. So that sort of like brought us closer. And now it's just like too much information. La, 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 la. I didn't need to hear that.
Yeah. So you're like what was that show? It wasn't, I'm digress. It's essentially about like fixers in LA. Donovan.
Ray Donovan.
Yes.
Love that show.
So good.
Love that show.
His
I'm
Rolex
the Ray
game
Donovan,
was...
yes. Oh my gosh, that fucking guy. Do we swear on this pod?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because like my daughter will be like, blah, 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 so-and-so. I'm like, fuck, you fucked it. I swear to fucking God. Well, who's her mom? What's her mom's name? Because like, right, we know everyone from here. I'm like,
yeah.
What's her mom's maiden name? Who's her dad? I'll find you.
Who's a douchebag from high school that I knew?
I'm like, you know how we're gonna get our revenge? We're gonna put her in one of these.
Yes.
We're gonna name her. We're gonna name her by name. We're gonna hint at it.
Yes. Like Kate's all worried about her exes being in her book that's coming out at the end of May. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I think you won.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, whether or not they're in your book, any guy that you previously dated is going to assume that it's him. I have met like dudes that I dated in high school message me and be like, hey, I'm really sorry about I'm like, first of all, it was 30 years ago. Secondly, it's not you, okay?
Wow.
How
they're gonna message
presumptuous.
you. They're going to message you.
That
Be ready.
is fascinating. Like, they still, am I the fake lumberjack?
Yeah, am I the douchebag? I'm like, no.
Yes,
I had an
but no.
ex-husband message me from
Really?
that I married in college. He's like, hey, I'm like, my God, were you even a wrestler? No. Get out of here. But I'm flattered you thought of me. And first of all, how do you even know?
Right. Like, is your wife
Mhm.
reading my book right now? Like, how is
How do you
that?
know?
I keep telling, and like, I tell my husband, he's like, I just think that the people you wrote about are like gonna see it and like they're gonna message you and stuff. I'm like, no, they're not. They're like, nobody's gonna read this, but now
They're gonna think it's you. Yes. You
But
might as
it's
well put it in
flattery.
the dedication, be like, no, Brad, it's not you. Bye. Just make that your dedication.
Yes. No,
To
Pierre.
the guy I dated in 2014. No, this is not about you. Get over yourself.
totally.
I love that.
Totally.
Oh my God.
That's so funny because I have
Yeah.
so much
So-
of that in the book.
You
I
do.
wanna know. I feel like when we
Yay.
started this podcast, Sarah, it was like, what do we want to do? And I was like, I just want to like have drinks and talk like we normally do about
Talk shit.
writing or whatever the
Mhm.
experiences that we're going through now. And then I was like, I want to bring on authors that are super fun, that'll like just come and just talk shit and promote their books,
Yes.
obviously, but like just chill, like just be fun and like hang out.
Yes.
For some reason, people listen to it.
I don't know
I don't know
why.
how.
I obviously love talking about books, but usually I would rather talk shit.
Where
It's
are
so
you
much more
getting the
fun.
ideas from talking shit? Like, where are the ideas for these books coming from? You have
Yeah,
so
because
many
clearly
fucking
you're an
books.
idea machine.
Yeah.
I constantly have I have ideas, and then I work on while I'm working on something, and all I want to do then is work on the idea that I'm thinking of, but I have to work on what I'm working on. So it's like an endless vicious cycle. I have a notebook, and there's like young adult ideas and college ideas, and there aren't enough pieces of paper or time in a day or hours in a week to come up with this. But I've been like a daydreamer. All I do is freaking daydream. Like I took a nap yesterday and I'm like, I'm going to lay here. I'm so tired. I'm going to lay here and daydream about this idea that I have. And so I laid on the couch and closed my eyes. And then 10 minutes later, my daughter came stomping into the house. And then the dog came charging through the house. And then I'm like, okay, pretend no one's here. Pretend you're alone. And then Gage came in the house. And then Jeff I'm like, oh my God. And eventually I did fall asleep thinking about it. But I can't work on it right now. So I just have to write it down in a notebook, put it away. Because now, publishers will look for ideas like, okay, we want this type of idea in this genre. Everybody's very trope oriented right now.
Yes.
So I know that my publisher is like, we want one of these 3 ideas. Are you interested? And so that's how my 2027 release came about with Delacorte. But I was like, oh my God, I have an idea. Like, boop, 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 boop.
Mhm.
So based on, aliens, romantasy, or cowboys, they were like very specific.
Wow.
This is what we want. Mhm.
So, do you still self-publish, or are you like trad 100% now,
I am
or like a hybrid?
I'm hybrid, though it's been a minute since I have been able to indie publish. I'm working on an indie manuscript right now. I have until like June to finish it before I work on my next. It's a third book in a series. I already have books 1 and 2 done. For BookTok-driven, which is a UK publisher, they published The Housemaid. So I have a deal with them. It hasn't been announced yet. They've announced it, but I haven't. But I'm working on the third book for them, and I have to start that in June to be done by my deadline. So I have a little bit of a window. So I'm working on an idea that is high. What do they call it? What's the word? What's the word they're always using? Hold on.
Like a high
I can think of it and like let you know. Shoot, what is it? I had to Google it when they first said it. I'm like, what?
like a high concept? Like, are you
High
like
concept.
yeah,
That's
like
it.
were you okay?
High
Okay.
con. They're like, oh, we really want to be high concept. I'm like, what?
There's so many terms that like I had to learn of, like the genres and tropes and themes. I'm like, what? Where are you pulling these from? I don't
They're
know.
constantly changing
Yeah.
Yes, all the time.
every day. I'm like, I got a message about one of my books. I can't remember which one, but the person was like, is this closed door? I'm like, what does that mean? Are you going to see them fucking? Is that what you mean?
But like, what does it
Like,
technically mean in the
do we
manuscript?
walk in on? Are we walking in on someone? Do we
Are
forget
there
to lock
doors
it?
that are closed?
Can I use that word?
Are there?
Like, what is the parameters?
I'm like, what? So I'm like Googling. I'm like, I should know this, right? Like, I've been,
After 50
but these terms did not exist 5 years ago, before TikTok and all that. So
do you think it is TikTok that's like, I don't know, like ushering in this thought, or is it just marketing crap?
I think that, yeah, I think that's, I've had a few, and we can yap about this offline if you want like more information, but these conference calls with the publishers and the PowerPoint presentation based on data and this and that. And like, yeah, TikTok research. So
It is crazy.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for this. Like, we want this and that and like aspirational things on a boat, maybe like a this, that, the other, some drugs, but upbeat. It was like that scene in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days where she's like pitching an article in the meeting and she's like, but our pets' heads are falling off, but upbeat. Like, that's exactly what was going through my brain. Maybe the mom's an addict, but make it upbeat. Like, it's a rom-com. The dad's gone. There's no, I'm like, what?
Like, how do you even write that?
And so I did. And they were like,
Whoa.
this doesn't sound like your voice. I'm like, well, no shit.
But make it
So
upbeat.
does that make the indie
But
publishing?
upbeat.
Yeah, like we haven't talked to many people who do both or have both experiences. Like, does that make indie publishing
Yeah.
just that more? Because you have this big platform now. Like, why not own it? Like, why not make the percentage back for yourself? Does that must make it so much more attractive at this point?
I really think that being, in business, just kind of being diverse, like that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Diversity, kind of like spreading out the eggs in the different baskets so that, because we don't know what next year is going to look like. What if, Instagram's great, TikTok is huge. Okay, everyone loves YouTube. Like, what's next? What's coming? How's it going to look in a year or 5 years from now? That's why I wanted to go trad. And so it's like indie, trad, like, so.
Yeah. So it
better
kind
chance of like sort of
future-proofing yourself almost.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So do I always love no. We're gonna have to cut half of everything we just talked about.
No,
you
you're
know,
good.
like, do
You're
I
good.
love, make it like this, do this. It's like the 12 pages of feedback. Do I love it? Does it influence? It's difficult. So, but I feel like to kind of stay in you've been doing this for 12 years,
Yeah.
So,
So, would you say that you're, I don't know, like still discovering like new ways to write after so many years and like so many different stories and formats, and you do collaborations? I feel like you're always
yes.
finding new ways to like adapt and try new things.
Yes, adaptability is huge. And I think that's just part of, we're professional. You take feedback. I never looked at reviews as even like the negative ones. I never took them as being negative. Like that's constructive criticism in a form, regardless of like how it's worded. Like, how can I take this negative feedback and make my writing better? So, like, for example, when I wrote How to Date a Douchebag, everybody was like critical of how short it was, even though it was like, I forget, like 75,000 words. Let's use 75,000 words. Okay. So then the next book, I'm like, I'm going to make this way longer. So then the next one, people are like, way too long. This is too long. This is before books were 140,000 words, right? We weren't writing books that were like 500 pages back in 2015. And so like, I could have looked at that and been like, I'll do what I want, I'm not doing that. I'm like, okay, we're gonna find a happy medium. We're gonna because readers are so important. And I am not just writing, I can write books that I love all day long, but I really want people to read what I write. Like these are passion projects everything's kind of a love letter. If you're writing it for your husband, you're writing your story, you're writing just like a daydream is sort of like a love letter. We're just like putting like every single one of these I'm like passionate about. And then it's like my new passion is like the next one. So it's just kind of like I walk around sometimes and like lately I've been just like just on cloud nine. I'm so like, and I'm in a good mood and like the stories are flowing and I'm in love with this guy. Like the story I'm writing right now, I've been wanting to write for probably 2 years. And I finally get a window and I'm just like, how am I going to take these characters and make them fall in love because they're meet cute? She just does not like this guy. How am I going to get her to fall in love? And we already know what makes him likable because we're seeing his point of view, but she's not seeing the point of view. So at what point do we bang? Like they've got to fuck, but she hates this guy. And it's like a very polarizing, like meet cute, like because he's trying to get her out of her. It's like a you've got mail situation. Like the shop around the corner type of the big guy moving.
Mhm.
Okay, it's sort of like that. So it's like, at what point do they like have their moment? Like you can't drag this out.
No.
When does she say? So these are like, I sit there and I'm like in Starbucks, I'm like, all day long. And then I come home and I'm like, hey guys, I can't wait to go to sleep so I can wake up and go back to work.
Yeah. We talk about the transition a lot and how hard, especially with little kids now, like going from writing all day to like parenting little kids when all you want to do is just like keep
Sure.
doing the thing.
Yes. Because you really do need to be in a zone.
Yes.
I don't
So, like,
know.
what's your
That sounds awesome.
like, what's your ideal zone of like, if I have the perfect equation for me getting into the zone, what are like your constants?
Well, I'm extremely regimented. I'm like an athlete. Okay. I'm like a high performance athlete. Like, my routine's the same. If I walk into Starbucks and my table that I sit at, if someone's sitting there, I'm like frozen. I'm like, ugh. And the baristas will look at me and they'll look at the table and they'll look at me and look at them. We're all like this. They're like, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? But I order the same thing every day. I'm highly easy. I would be an easy mark if you were gonna try to kidnap me.
So you're right every day.
But I write every single day, Saturday, Sunday.
I know, like the book that's coming out has taken me many years to write, but even just the 1 to the 2, I feel a little bit more like process oriented than I did when I was like freeballing it. Just writing when I could.
I feel like most authors would probably agree that the more you do it, the easier, the more fine-tuned. So like the first book takes a year, like it did for me. It took me a year to write 55,000 words. And then the second book probably took 8 months. And then the third one was probably 8 months-ish of working every day with Merritt, who was like 3 at, and then like 6 months. And then and then I'm like, okay, 3-4 months. We're 12 years in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
And so now everyone will say like, oh, you write so fast. I'm like, no, I've been doing this for 12 freaking years. So like, that's like, I feel like pretty standard we all write pretty fast, but we sacrifice a lot too. So, but it's like riding a bike, like or anything that you do that takes practice. The more you do it, the easier and the better at it you get. And so you're less messy. There's less errors. You're, like, I have a certain way of doing things. I like my margins to be really wide so it looks like a Kindle page. And some people write, like, everybody's quirky, right? Like, you write on a full page. I'm like, how do you do that in Word? Like, how is it so wide? Like, I like my, I'm like, okay, Kindle page, the wide, thick margin on the side. And so, how do you write in Times New Roman? How do you write in Calibet? Like, everyone's got their thing, right? Like, how are you writing in 10 point? Are you, So
I'm just thinking of like the bingo card of authors of you have adjusted the margins so it like perfectly fits your point of view. You have adjusted your font sizes.
Right.
You have like done like XYZ. You've ordered like the same coffee drink. You have foregone a vacation. Like
it's
like the random shit that authors
straight up
do.
was write the weird quirky shit. Yeah. I don't have any good luck charms, but I do walk into Starbucks carrying a tote bag. I've got a fuzzy blanket, 2 pillows, one's for lumbar support and one's for my ass. I have a heating pad and a lap desk in the bag. It's a giant Lily Pulitzer tote, like a huge shopping bag. And because if I can't get a table and I'm in a chair, I have to have the laptop. I have to be ready for any circumstances. Because I am not walking back out that door.
I'm not fucking leaving. Gotta call in the National Guard.
You have to drag me out of this fucking place. And people always walk in and they look at me. They take one look at me if they've never seen me before. And they're like, oh, you really came prepared. I'm like,
no.
I'm not fucking around, Jerry.
Yeah. God damn it.
Oh, God. Now, I want a favorite barista now, but I have like a job.
They're so cute. They work tirelessly to make our mornings bright.
Yes, they do.
They really do.
Poor Kate. She's
so
part
inspiring. I feel like so unmotivated now that this one's coming out. I'm just like, fuck.
No, you're gonna feel motivated tomorrow morning when you wake up. Do you make your own coffee?
Yeah, I do it here in my dining room. This is my guy. Because if the kids go to bed and I have to and I'm ready to go, like I need to just have my shit set up. It needs to be here ready to go when I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm like, I'll fucking tinker and scroll and I'll do all the things if I have to like if it like hits me, I gotta go. I gotta go. I can't like drive to a place or I can't like
Sure.
Well, you are
why the
also like
regiment
in
is
the hills.
inspiring though. That's why it's like good to hear somebody say like you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta do it.
So I don't like I'm having so much fun, but we're at an hour and I don't want to like keep you. I'm like, God, I could talk to you. We could sit here for hours. So I just want to like,
Oh my God, I know.
I just want to.
This should be like, it should be a reoccurring segment.
Yeah, can we have Sarah
I feel
on
like
every few episodes?
thank you. I agree. Relationship questions pod. I'm dying to answer some sex questions.
Ooh, okay.
So
I'll couple. This is rapid fire. You can't think about this. The sexiest scene you ever wrote. Which book was it?
Okay, The Learning Hours. He is a novice sex person. Like he hasn't really banged a ton of people. And this girl that this is like 20 books ago, but I absolutely love The Learning Hours. The sex scenes are great because they're from his point of view, obviously, and he's just can't believe he's fucking this chick. She's so hot.
And then what was your favorite meet cute so far?
Oh, so in How to Lose at Love, he's being paid to dump this chick because one of his teammates is too chicken shit to do it himself. So he's like waiting outside of her work. She walks outside. She's like, "What are you doing, you weirdo? Like, are you following me?" He's like, "So-and-so doesn't want to go out with you anymore." And she's like, "Are you dumping me?" And then she's like, "Can I at least have a ride home?" And he's like, "Sure, fine." So that's how that whole thing starts.
Oh my gosh. Your favorite, like, post-third act breakup moment?
Honestly, I have a hard time doing third act breakups. It's not like my forte. That is one thing that I occasionally will get criticized for. I didn't start actually doing third act breakups until like probably a year or two ago.
Really?
So, yes. So I'd say, oh gosh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I feel like the first third act breakup I've ever done was in Jock Row. And that was literally 20 some books ago because I had I know. And probably one of the only like I love a solid love story.
Yeah, same.
Like the slow burn, the build up. Like we're a drama free company over here at Sara Ney, author.
I love that. I just want like low anxiety. I want to enjoy the slow burn build. Like totally, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's what love should be about. I don't want to find you fucking or in the bed with a girl because she snuck into your room.
Bullshit.
And then you don't believe it. I'm just like, no.
No.
How do you
forget it
after that? Yeah.
Anyways.
I have one final one. Who was the hottest guy you ever created? And from your perspective, from your purview, hottest one.
Okay, again, we're going against the grain here. I love an imperfect character. Okay.
Yes.
So a lot of my characters are the girls aren't going to look twice at them because they're not the hottest. They're, they've got a broken nose or they've got scars and busted up lips and whatever. So I don't know. I feel like we're going to pull this one off the shelf. It's called Hard Love. The guy is such like he's hot in a way that here's another lumberjack callback because his brother's getting married and they're like, oh, for the bachelor party we're all going to dress up like Paul Bunyan. And he does, and he's got a little like Babe the Blue Ox hanging from his, and he shows up and they're all dressed normal. He's like, fuck you guys. Cause like he's so grumpy and he hates everything. And so he's one of my, like, I would love to meet this guy in person.
Yes.
You know, he's just a big strapping dude. And those are the types of guys. I know this isn't even it's my non-answer answer. It's just, they're all sort of like that. The kind of guy you want to play a prank on because they take themselves way too seriously, but in a funny way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
we're
getting a lot of laughs out of this guy. Yeah. We're getting a ton of laughs from him and his, busted up ego.
I have one more too. We just did an episode on writing sex scenes. And we were talking about our like level of like how much we like to write them or how comfortable we are writing them and just kind of like tips or whatever. But like, what would be, what was your experience when you first sat down to write that? Like, because you write really good ones. Where are they? Like, what was that, your initial experience with that? And like, yeah, like what is it? How do you approach that in general? What are your tips?
I love this question because I feel like foreplay is my forte. I just came up with that.
Tagline.
I've never said that before in my fucking life. Foreplay is my forte. I love foreplay. Not in a way where like we're going to put the hand down the pants or like, oh, I'm going up her shirt. It's like that tense, like I want to kiss this person, but like, does she want me to kiss? Is he going to kiss me? And then like the moment that your lips touch and just like the spots where they're giving the kisses. So I like writing sex scenes, but I also love like a dry fucking moment. Like bring dry humping back. So I go through these phases.
You are not the first person I have heard say that. Yes.
Yes. So there are a few books where there's like dry humping because I'm like, foreplay all day. Why are we banging immediately? Like, no. They're gonna want a bone so bad, but there's like no opportunity, so we're gonna do it over the clothes. We're gonna take it back to high school where you're in your parents' basement. Sneaky, they're upstairs. Are they gonna wake up? Oh my God, I'm chafed. Walking around like that's what I love writing.
That's so
and then you've got like a lady boner.
Oh,
a lady boner while you're writing. My cheeks get hot. I'm like burning up inside, and I'm like, well, time to go drop off the track jersey because wah wah.
You ever listen to your own audiobooks? Like your own, like
your 5-year-old runs in. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then your kid comes in and they're like, can I have a snack? It's like, okay. So
funny,
but
because
I'm saying,
it's
like,
so true.
The hallmark. Yes, and the hallmark of an amazing sex scene, when a reader says, I was reading your book and I had to wake up my husband, or I woke up my boyfriend, or I woke up my partner to bang because I was like, at that point. Or,
you're welcome.
Yeah, I woke them up laughing. I'm like, oh my God, that is like the biggest compliment. You're welcome.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Do you I was gonna do you like listen to your own audiobooks and you're just like, oh, I wrote that? Like I'm jacked up by that.
This is literally the only audiobook I've listened to. I really do love this guy. I think this is it. His name is Trip, and my assistant Shauna loves him as well. Beth has listened to this audiobook, but I think that's it. It's the only one I've really. It's so funny. Yes. It's so funny. And I have, get a load of this. Hold on, look. Hold on. These are, the CDs. The audiobook CDs.
Goodness.
I know. Have we seen one of these? This is old. That's, when the audiobook company's yeah. What do you even do with this anymore?
Goodwill. That's what you do.
Well, I'm excited for your journeys too, and I can't wait to hear more.
Yes.
For sure.
But we do end every episode with giving you an opportunity to plug either your upcoming releases, books that are out now, or if you're going to any signings. Just, this is your moment to shine because you clearly have been nothing but shining this entire time.
I'm so busy. Well, thank you. Thank you. I have a Motley release in June 23rd, Married to the Scottish Player. It's a 1-bed, woke up married. It's fun. He's afraid of thunderstorms. Obviously, she's there to comfort him.
And he's Scottish.
I mean, what better way to pass the time during a storm than dry humping? She's like, shh, let me hold you to my bosom. And then in August, I have a hockey release called Revenge Puck with Book-a-Tour, and that's amazing.
Well, it has been an absolute joy having you on.
We just have Sarah every time.
Just let me know. Keep me posted.
Yes.
And I would love, and we can do do you do more than one author at a time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I can be a guest and then I can have a special guest.
Yes.
So fun.
Secret special guest. It'll just be like the fucking Brady Bunch.
I think
June 23rd.
Okay, well, let's get something on the books for June, and then we can have that come out around that release time. That would be super fun.